Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you've been thinking about studying in Europe for next year, 2026, then this video is exactly what you need. Today, we are going to be talking about various European university programs and scholarships that open between October and January for the next academic year. So I heard you from my last video. Some of you were inboxing me asking, we saw the scholarships that you gave us, but then they were all closing in October and we didn't have much time to prepare for applications. So what can we do? Are there any applications that are open? And the answer is yes, there are quite a lot of programs that are there for you to apply, covering all disciplines from social sciences to engineering programs to health sciences. So, this period, October to January, is the most important application window for students who want to study in Europe for the following September or October 2026. As you all know, Europe's academic year starts in September or October the following year, not January like other countries. So if you want to study in Europe next year, starting 2026, then you should know that this period we are in, October, November, December 2025, and January 2026, are very critical and important months where you have to work on your application. So whether you are aiming for a master program or a PhD program or a fully funded scholarship, this is the time when you have to prepare. This is the time when you have to prepare your applications and ensure that you have everything that is needed. Sure that you don't miss this season, you start working on your applications. So if you want to avoid missing out, stay with me until the end. I will go through various top programs, funding opportunities, how to prepare, the few key mistakes one can avoid when making their application. Now, first things first, why is this period so important? Most universities begin their academic year in September or October, which means that their application windows usually open a year in advance, often starting from October and closing around January or February. I am very much aware that most of my audience are international students, and trust me, the application deadlines for international students is different from the application deadlines that the EU nationalities get. So don't go to the website, see the dates, like maybe they are showing March 2026 or even April 2026 or June 2026, and think that it applies to you as an international student. Mostly their deadlines are earlier for international students, which will then give them more ample time to apply for visas, prepare for their travels, and a whole lot of things that are involved when someone is moving abroad to study. So, if you're an international student and you miss this window, you might have to wait until the next cycle, and the next cycle would be October 2026 to January 2027. So, one of the most important things to note is that once you miss a cycle for these universities, mostly your waiting time again for you to apply would be 12 months. And time does not wait for anyone, especially with those programs that have age restrictions. It will be very, very difficult. So, planning early is crucial, especially if you're applying outside from the EU, where you will need extra time for visa and residence paperwork. Now, let's go through some of the top programs and scholarships that open between October and January. One of the biggest opportunities, which I am very much privileged to be an alumni of, is the Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters Program. This scholarship program has a wide catalog. Any program that you can think of: public policy, social policy, engineering programs, soil science, animal breeding and genetics, any program that you can think of, public health, it has a big catalog. And I might fail to mention the various programs that they have, but if you go to their website, you can see the different programs that are open in various countries, in almost 21 countries in the EU. And most of their programs, you have the the privilege to study in 2 or 3 or 4 more countries during your master program. So it is a big deal here in Europe, and they have opened this October, and most likely by January or February most of their programs would be closed. So now is the time for you to run to their website, look at the different programs that they have, look at the applications that you are fit for, and start applying now, because we still have time. Study in at least 2 countries, and sometimes even third or fourth country outside Europe. So what it means that if you study for this program is that when you finish, you get a joint double degree. In my case, I had a degree from Germany, and I also had a degree from Norway. So you would have 2 certificates for the program that you have. And this is actually good. Erasmus Mundus applications have opened already this October, and they close between January and February. And this scholarship covers everything. If you go on my YouTube page, you will see I've talked extensively about this scholarship because I'm very passionate about it. And they provide you with tuition, living allowance, travel costs, and insurance. And it is one of the most prestigious options for international students. If you mention that you're an Erasmus Mundus scholarship amongst other people who have received scholarship in Europe, they will tell you that you were living the life, and they are not lying. So enough of the Erasmus Mundus scholarship. Now let's talk about the second opportunity that is also open between this period of October 2025 to January 2026. Next up, we have the Eiffel Excellence Scholarship in France. This one is for both master students and also students who want to pursue their PhDs in France. And this one is run by the French Ministry for Europe and Foreign Affairs. So normally their applications already opened in October, and they close around January. If you also scroll on my page, you will see that we have talked about this Eiffel scholarship in detail, giving you everything that you need to know about this scholarship. So please do so well to go to that video, watch it, or also go to the Eiffel scholarship website, where you can get a lot of information about this program. And this program offers generous monthly allowance, travel support, and medical insurance. So if you're considering French universities like Agro Paris Tech, Montpellier Sap Agro, the University of Toulouse, this is definitely worth applying for, and you have time. They've already opened. We are still in October, and they will close in January. So if you're considering these universities in France that I've mentioned, this scholarship is definitely worth applying for. Now let's move on to another scholarship that is open and that is important. There is one called the College of Europe, which is a top postgraduate institution with campuses in Bruges, Belgium, Natolin, and Poland. So what it means that is that it has many campuses in different European countries, and their application is already opened in mid-October, and it closes in mid-January. So it is ideal for those people who are interested in European policy, economics, and governance. But they are also an entry point if you want to combine agricultural policy with some sustainable development programs. So you can see anything that is related to economics or governance. This college actually offers you that. And it is important that you look at the College of Europe website, see the different requirements that they need for the application, and then go for it, because we still have the whole of October, November, December, up to mid January. So you can actually work on your application when it comes to this program. Let's move to the Nordic countries, the cold countries of Europe. So we have some scholarship from Sweden and Finland, which are known to have clear centralized university admission systems. So for both these countries, applications for the autumn intake 2026 open mid-October 2025 and close mid-January 2026. So what it means is that their system is structured, it doesn't change, especially for these admissions. So these include universities like Uppsala, Lund, Helsinki, Aalto, and they have quite a vast English taught master programs and government funded scholarship for international students. So I'd like to encourage you to go to these universities that I've mentioned, their websites, websites, dig deep into the different programs that they are offering, look into their government funded scholarships, and start applying now. There is still time. For instance, the Swedish Institute Scholarship for Global Professionals, which has not opened yet, it's opening in November. It closes in January as well. It offers like a full coverage of tuition fees, monthly living support, and travel grants. So now is the best time to go into the different programs that I have mentioned right now. Look at what they want and start preparing your applications. I cannot mention everything in a space of 10 to 15 minutes when I come here, but what I can do is direct you to the different programs that are there. You can then do extra research, or maybe just do go on any search engine and search for scholarships that are open from October 2025 to mid-January 2026. A lot of things will come down and you can look at them, screen through what you're able to apply for, and see how you can work that out. Before I leave you, let's move slightly to the south of Germany. We have a famous scholarship called DAAD scholarship. Guys, on this page, I have talked about this scholarship, I think, a lot of times. If you just search on my YouTube page, DAAD scholarship, there will come different videos. I was talking about different programs. Sometimes I'll be talking about the program in general. Sometimes I'll be talking about specific programs that are related to DAAD. This scholarship is also popular. It is offered by the Germany Academic Exchange Service, and most of their deadlines are between October and December, depending on the university and program. And that is especially strong in technical and agricultural sciences. So if you're like me who is into agricultural sciences, please do so well to go to the DAAD websites, look at the different programs that they have. So if you're someone who is into agricultural sciences, this program is perfect if you want to pursue research in fields like soil science, animal genetics and breeding, sustainable livestock systems, and many more programs. I will not dig deep into the DAAD scholarship, but please do so well to go on their website and check for more information. Now, there is also other countries that I was not able to mention that have a similar pattern. These countries include the Netherlands, Denmark, and also Austria. They have similar patterns. Most of their universities open applications in October and close by January. So if you're targeting programs in one of these countries, please do so well to go into the different university websites, do your research, start preparing your application, and make sure that by the time they close in mid-January, you would have prepared and handed in your applications. You can look at universities like Wageningen, Copenhagen, or University of Vienna. These are some of the universities that have deadlines that fit right into this time frame. So please do not limit yourself to the programs that I've mentioned. Look at different countries within Europe. The system is almost similar. Some of their deadlines might differ with a few days or a few weeks, but most of them, I know that this October, they have opened their doors for applications. And whilst I'm still there, don't wait for last minute or for mid-January to really submit your applications, because most programs are receiving overwhelming applications, and most times they even close applications before the deadline that they would have mentioned. So please take note of that. So do not limit yourself to the programs that I have mentioned. All I wanted to let you know is that we have quite a lot of applications that are open this October. So when you hear applications are open in October, just know that I just don't mean the program. It also means some of the scholarships that are tied to those programs become available. So if you prepare early, you can apply for both at once and save yourself some time and necessary stress of applying last minute. We have so many videos where I support you by how you can prepare effectively between now and the deadlines, but I just want to mention a few things that you need to take note of take note of. First thing is shortlist your programs. Don't just dive in without direction, just anywhere the application takes you, you go. Shortlist your programs. Find 3 to 5 universities or consortia that offer those degrees in the area of your interests. Number two, what you have to do is check eligibility early. I know how painful it is to be so excited about the application, start writing, and in the end, you look at the sixth thing that they require and you see that you're not eligible. So make sure that you look at the specific requirements that are needed by the program. Make sure that you prepare for English proficiency test. If you haven't done that yet, please make sure that you book the test. I have had many people inbox me about this English test. I don't have. And let me be honest with you, I always tell them that honestly, you can go ahead and apply, but with the way scholarships are becoming stiff, the competition is becoming stiff these days, I would rather have you everything than just ignore things like the English test, because there will be someone who has everything and they preferred over you, and you who is lacking the English proficiency test. So please do so well to check all of those things, gather your documents in time, and also prepare your motivation letter carefully. And one last thing that I want to say is apply early. Don't wait until the final day, because servers can get busy and uploading documents can take time. So when you submit early, you give yourself peace of mind and room for corrections if needed. I also want to note down that don't ignore formatting instructions. If your program asks for PDFs, give them PDFs. If they ask you for specific naming formats, give them that, and follow exactly what they have asked you to do. Because sometimes admission systems face, these artificial intelligence programs to sort through the applications looking for keywords. So immediately you don't follow their format. Sometimes your application is rejected automatically. One other thing is that you can also join some Facebook and LinkedIn groups for specific programs. In those groups, there are a lot of alumni who often share useful tips, sample motivation letters, and guidance on interview process. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope that this video has actually helped you and you don't miss out on the applications that are open already.